right, Herc. Time for 3 questions here. Did this draw leave a good or a bad taste in the mouths of Mexican fans?
Oh, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. Because you salvaged a draw. Being 2 goals down, but I'm going to say bad taste. I'm going to say bad taste because it's the same old book, same old movie we are accustomed to seeing. You said a tale as old as time. Set pieces again for the Mexican national team, doing them in. All the possession in the world, they can't make that possession translate into quality opportunities for their 9. What does them in? Set pieces, a corner kick. Can't mark the man on a set piece where you don't have to be bigger, you don't have to be taller, you don't have to be stronger, you just have to anticipate. You just have to get in his way. They don't do that. And then a penalty kick. It's the same thing with the Mexican national team. It doesn't matter who the coach is. It doesn't matter what the era is. Only one time in recent memory has any Mexican national team not been suspect to set pieces, and that was Juan Carlos Osorio's Mexican national team. Other than that, do you recall another Mexican national team that you thought wouldn't be suspect to set pieces? So I'm going to say bad taste. Yeah.
There's definitely a part of me that wants to say good. When they were down 2-0, I was ready to rip this team apart. I was ready to go down the path of we shouldn't have hired Jimmy Lozano. We overreacted to the Gold Cup. And when I saw the team respond in the way that they did and come back, especially after the subs in the second half made a big difference. I started to feel good. But after 24 hours and after being able to cool off a little bit, Herc, I think we have to look at this very, very differently, right? Yes. It's a team that made the round of 16 in the last World Cup and gave Argentina all they could. Let's give Australia their respect.
9 starters from that game.
But Mexico fell down 2-0, and they fell down just way too easily. For Mexico to make the mistakes that they're making, and yes, it is something as old as time when we talk about set pieces, but they are very innocent mistakes. And what's really worrisome, Herc, is that as much as it's not a surprise to you and me, it's not a surprise to Jimmy Lozano. In the post-game comments, he came out and said, we knew exactly what they were going to do on corner kicks, and we know exactly who it was going to go to, and even called out Johan Vazquez a little bit, said he didn't do the job, and they still couldn't stop it. For me, that's a real big concern for Mexico, because that means that the things that were issues before, which we're hoping Jimmy Lozano is going to fix, are not necessarily fixed. So for me, there was something sweet in the way that this team came back, especially in the context of all the negativity around Tata Martino. I don't think a Tata Martino team comes back down 2-0. I don't think a Diego Coca team comes back down 2-0. In fact, what we saw from Diego Coca's teams is they totally melted down. And when Edson was getting chippy at the end of the first half, I thought it may go down that path as well. This team kept their cool. There's something to rescue from that, Herc. But honestly, this was not convincing. Just like we talk about the U.S. and that result was good, but the performance wasn't convincing. For Mexico, there was nothing convincing about this.
Just answer this, okay? Mexico tied it or Australia lost it?
No, Australia blew it. Australia blew it.
Okay.
Now, Mexico's mistakes helped Australia quite a bit. I mean, the Mexico penalty is that's a stupid play from Luis Romo. You cannot make that play. The corner kick shouldn't have been a corner kick. That's Memo either making a mistake or, as you say, trying to make a save for the cameras, and then that's a mistake in and of its own. Everything to me from the Mexican side is also a gift to Australia. But yes, I mean, especially the Chino Huerta goal there at the end. He set it up for a platter on my guy, right?
Even the penalty, the foul on Uriel Antuna, he's got no angle, even if he shoots the ball. You don't need to put your hands on him, especially Uriel Antuna, who's looking to draw contact there. So, yeah, I thought it was a good response by the Mexican national team, but definitely one of those situations where I thought Australia let one slip.
Yeah, and on individual performances, I'm going off the starters. I don't think anybody really played all that great, and I don't think any of the new guys really did anything to say, hey, this is
Jordi Cortizo. I liked him a lot.
I mean, okay, but very, very small sample size. Came on with a lot of energy. Final product, productivity. You thought it was there?
I thought it was there.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.